Jai Siya Ram everyone, welcome back to my channel English with Desi Madam. My name is Rita and how are you doing guys? I hope you all guys are doing absolutely fine. So friends, I am here on my roof for making a video and you can see this is Dobby and Dobby is sitting on the wall. So yes, so let's talk something about English. So friends, in today's video I am going to discuss with you how to improve our English fluency, because this is a question that I have heard so many times over the phone calls in my comment section that ma'am, how to improve our English fluency and how did you learn this language? Because I saw your first video and that video you were not able to speak in English fluently, but currently you are speaking so good. So how did you learn this language and how to improve our English fluency? So in today's video I am going to share with you some suggestion, and all the suggestion depends on my experience. And yes, if it helped me a lot, and if it helped me, then this will also help you, believe me. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get into the topic. But before going to the topic, it's my humble request to all of you, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so please do subscribe my channel, because these things gives me boost to create more and more valuable content for you every day. So watch the video right till then, don't skip the video. Okay friends, so let's get into the topic. Okay, so this is most requested question, like ma'am, how to improve our English fluency? Okay, so first I am going to give you first thing that you should identify, that is, set a goal. Ask a question from yourself, why are you learning this language? You are learning this language because somebody else is learning, that's why you are learning this language. Then you will give up after 1 month because it's not your dream. Okay, so yes, for learning this language it's very important to set a goal. Okay, if you have a really desire for learning this language, then you can pull this journey. Okay, because it's not a short journey, it's a long journey. Language learning, it's a long journey, it's not a one night challenge. Okay, so this is the first thing that you should follow. Now second thing is that everyone know that for learning any language, so there are 4 aspects, like listening, reading, writing, speaking. So what is our requirement? What we want to learn? We want to learn speaking. We understand every single words in English when we are going to listen, when we are going to read, when we are reading or listening. So we understand by listening the English content in English. We understand every single words by reading. So what is the problem? Problem is our speaking or writing. Okay, we can write some words in English, we can write some sentences in English, because for writing there is some more time. For thinking, we can translate some sentences into our native language. So after that we can write. But the major problem is speaking. So for speaking we have to work on listening, reading and writing. Now how to work on it? Okay, so first thing is that this is the first fundamental aspect, like listening. We have to start for learning this language by listening aspect. Okay, for listening, what are the some rule are there? Here is that listen any content in English, any passage in English, but one time listening is not going to help you, believe me, because if you listen one time, then only meanings come to you. Okay, but if you listen minimum 5, 6, 10 times, then language will come to you. So what is our requirement? Our requirement is language, not a meaning. Okay, so if you are listening any content in English, first time, second time, only meanings come to you. You are understanding. But if you really want to learn language, so for this you have to listen the same content minimum 10 times till it becomes a part of your memory. Okay, and here we have a head top, and there is unlimited space. Okay, so listen any passage, any content in English, but minimum 10 times till it becomes a part of your memory. This is the same rule you have to apply on reading aspects. So reading is second aspect, second fundamental aspect. Okay, listening first, reading second. Same rule, read any para in English, but same para but minimum 10 times. Only one time reading will not help you. If you read the same para minimum 10 times, so you can understand, you know some vocabulary, you know how to frame sentences in English, how to use noun in this sentence, how to use pronoun, how to use adverb, how to use adjective, how to use modal verb. Okay, so yes, 10 times, if you read same para minimum 10 times, so you will understand some grammar, you will understand sentence construction, you will understand how to use this vocabulary in different situation, you will understand how to use this sentence in this situation. So reading one time will not help you. Read the same para minimum 10 times till it becomes a part of your memory. And here we have a head top, not desktop, not laptop. We have a head top, and there is unlimited space. You can fix any memory that you want to require. Okay, so yes, listening and reading, two aspects that we have to work on it initially time. Okay, now let's move on. Second thing, that is thinking in English. Now it's very difficult, ma'am, how to think in English, because it's a different language, it's a secondary language, and we are habitual to think in our native language. How to start think in English? Now for this you have to do conscious work. Okay, you have to talk to yourself, you have to give conversation with yourself. Can't you do that? Yes, you can. For this you have to think your thoughts and idea, because we are habitual in thinking in our native language. So now you have to transfer your thoughts and idea into the English directly. Because what happened when you think something, I mean to say, if somebody asks you a question and you are just going to translate that answer into your from your native language into your English, then there is gap. Okay, because it takes time. So in thinking and giving answer, so there is a gap. Okay, and this gap will not give you confidence. So for getting confidence in English, it's very important to think in English directly, because translation will not help you for long time. Okay, if you want to do some less work and you don't give immediate answer in English, so yes, translation will help you. Okay, just I'm talking to you in front of you in English, and you are listening to me, and so you are just understanding me. Okay, but if I ask you a question and you have to give answer, so for this you have to take some time for thinking in English, for thinking answer, and there is a gap between thinking and giving answer. Okay, you can understand thinking and giving answer, here is a gap, and this gap will lose your confidence level. So for getting confidence in English, it's very important to start thinking English directly, and it will happen when you immerse yourself totally in English. I mean to say, you have to listen in English, you have to read in English, you have to watch so many content in English, you have to make your surroundings in English. For this you have to identify all the objects name that surrounds you in English, and after listening or reading, you have to make some little sentences in your mind. Okay, this is a bottle gourd, this is a sponge gourd, okay, this is a knife, this is, in this way you can easily make some little sentences in English, and after sometimes you will feel like, okay, I can easily think in English. Now English is not a problem for me. So yes, thinking in English, it's very important. Okay, now let's move on. Writing in English. So this is the third aspect, that is, okay, you can write if you start thinking English. So yes, there is some thoughts and idea, because you have listened so many content in English, you have read so many content in English, you have immersed yourself in English. Now there is so many memory about English. Now it's time to give your output by writing in English. So yes, you can write whatever you do, whatever you did in your whole day, summarize your whole day, and this habit will make you fluent in English. This habit will make you think in English. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you are going to sleep, okay, at that time you just take a notebook and write down your whole day summary in English. Initially time it will give you so much stress, it will give you so many struggle. You just writing some sentences in English in very difficult way, but after some time you will feel like, okay, it's very easy to summarize a whole day in English. Okay, now let's move on next stage that is very important, that we want to require, that is speaking in English. Okay, when you are listening in English, when you are reading English, when you are thinking English, when you are writing English, at the same time you have to speak in English, because whatever you think, whatever you listen, whatever you read, just try to speak out loud, but speak out loud. So there are two benefits by the habit of speak out loud. If you speak out loud, so your jaw muscles, your mouth muscles will practice in English. Okay, and yes, your pronunciation will increase, and there is no any hesitation when someone asks you any question in English, so you can give your answer in English because you have already practiced in English. Okay, so yes, in this way you can easily improve your English. And yes, all the things that I have shared with you in this video, I followed all the things in order to learn my language. Still I am following, because I am not saying that I am perfect in English. Still I am learning, still I am making so many mistakes in English, but I can say that I am improving. So yes, that's all I wanted to share with you in this video, and I hope you like my video. If you did so please give it a like to share with your friends and family, and let me know in the comment box how did you like my video, because I love to read your comments. So friends, we will see you in the next video. Till then, Jai Siya Ram.